The woman of the hour, the Republican Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, freshly stripped of her congressional committee duties for peddling violent conspiracy theories, this morning summoned the press, who yesterday she'd likened to the QAnon cult, to the U.S. Capitol to attempt to make nice.
I just want you to know that for the press, I truly support freedom of press. I think it's one of the things that makes our country so great.
But the friendly tone didn't last long, and in the style reminiscent of her ally and mentor Donald Trump, she was soon back to hurling insults.
You know what the media does, and you guys are great at it. And I'm telling you this because I want to like you. But you're doing a really good job at addicting our nation to hate. Teaching people to hate people like me, President Trump, and then on the right it's the same way. Teaching people to hate AOC, Ilhan Omar, Nancy Pelosi. See, it goes both ways, doesn't it?
That's a bit rich from a woman who in 2019 liked a post on social media calling for Nancy Pelosi, the House Speaker, to be assassinated.
You talked earlier about the media teaching people to hate, but wasn't it you who liked a page on Facebook, a comment saying Nancy Pelosi should get a bullet to the head?
And this reminds me of when you guys would ask President Trump, do you denounce white supremacy? And he would say, I denounce it. And then you would ask him again, and he would have to say, I denounce it.
You didn't mention those comments yesterday, did you, in your speech?
I have said it.
You didn't mention those specifically.
You know, here's the thing. When you want to keep telling the same story over and over, but you don't want to tell the truth, that's your problem.
Those were among the most offensive
comments you've made. And that's how we end press conferences.
Those were among the most offensive comments you've made. Why didn't you apologize for them?
It was that lack of any apology that led every Democrat and 11 Republicans yesterday to vote to strip the Georgia Congresswoman from her 2 committee duties.
The resolution is adopted.
One senior Democrat even made a placard of one of Greene's Facebook posts to make the point that Republicans should have acted first, but failed to do so.
Here she is, armed with a deadly assault rifle, pointing it toward 3 Democratic members.
Congresswoman, you didn't apologize for the most offensive things you said yesterday.
But remember, Greene's not fond of her likes and dislikes being thrown back at her.
Will you publicly denounce QAnon? Will you publicly denounce QAnon?
Her tactic instead to ignore and walk away, to retreat back into a government building she said this morning was being run by a bunch of morons.